fucking holding it.
He kind of brings it.
Chris is just holding up.
Hey, we need somebody to hold the middle now.
We're not that tall.
Then lean it down. Quit holding it at full. There you go. Woo woo! Make a hell of a supervisor, right?
Make a hell of a supervisor. I think Austin's got the fruit of it.
All right, guys. Today's project, we are putting this. It was a pole barn over here. It's going to be attached to the garage right here, so that we can have the four-wheeler and the Ranger and all that stuff under cover and keep the garage open so that I can start rolling that turd in the garage. And that way I can work on it, and if it's gonna rain or something, I can leave it in there instead of having to pull it out to put the four-wheeler and stuff back in. So a little different content for you guys, but we'll show y'all that even though we're not structural engineers, we can still put a little awning, lean-to, whatever you want to call it. We can still put something together. So hope you enjoy the twist of seeing something different, but we're gonna spank it. We all want to clarify, we are not structural engineers, nor are we carpenters, but we sort of kind of know what we're doing. So we're gonna start out by digging these 4x4 holes.
We're not gonna do get math job.
They're square. They come out from the garage square. We'll dig those, set those in, line up the roof, probably set a couple up against the shop, set it up there, figure our pitch out. It could have a 1/4 of a degree of fall and I would be satisfied. And then run some screws through everything, zip it together. This thing ain't that important. It ain't gonna fall over. We know enough to make it to where it ain't gonna fall over the next time the wind blows, but it'll be good enough. So here's y'all's little break from the build, and watching a bunch of dinglings put a little lean-to together. All right, so we got our posts set in, got the roof kind of screwed in, just what you would consider tacked in. It looks pretty good. It's pretty close. That level right there says that it's level. It's probably not, but it's close enough for the girls we go with. But from here, I'm gonna set it up on the tripod. We're gonna finish making sure, we made sure those two posts were level, but we're gonna make sure this post is level, and then dig us a hole for the back post to hold that up. Finish screwing it in to the garage, and then figure out if we need one right here or not, which we probably will. And then we'll get some sheet metal on it, and that'll probably be a wrap. So back to the time lapse. Well, look at that. By golly, James, you did it all by yourself with that one Milwaukee tool. We got her done for sure. It's a little janky. It's not quite professional, but it's good enough for us. These posts are in here, concreted nice and good. I didn't really update very well, but I think that time lapse caught a lot. But this sucker don't move none at all, so. And sure, it's got some little holes in it here and there, but what we'll do is in the summer when it's 140 degrees and there's 100% humidity, you can lay a blanket down under here, your biggest favorite blanket, and lay down and look up, and it'll be like looking at the starry night sky. Because there's so many holes in it. But yeah, anyways, it fits in here. The mower, four-wheeler, and the Ranger, surprisingly, but they fit. We didn't think about this until it all came together, but this propane tank's kind of right in the middle of the fucking way to pull stuff straight in. So there's a couple methods we tried of pulling stuff in here and doing this and that and the other, but we're gonna try this out for a couple months, and if it's just like totally annoying every time we try to pull something out, we'll just blow this back off and just kind of wall this side in a little bit, or leave it. I'm not really sure, but I think it'll be fine. And that gives us a lot more room in the garage. So
If you ain't redneck, you ain't crocking.
now we don't have to pull the four-wheeler and Ranger back in here every time we fart. So did y'all see that? Look at that. Ooh! And you know what? I'm leaving this dirty, unpainted, kind of rusted crankshaft pulley on here just for all you turd burglars that are like, yeah, I wish you would have painted the crankshaft pulley. I wish you would have painted the harmonic balancer. I wish.
About 10 people have said something.
Yeah, when y'all don't have nothing to do with this build, only really him is about the only one that can make an opinion and it matter about this engine.
We're just gonna put some clear flake on it.
Yeah. What kind of flake though? We got gold, red,
Do pink.
pink flake.
Leave it rust underneath.
I do still have a little bit of what is it, House of Color Passionate Pussy Pink paint left over. But anyways, that's it for today. I hope y'all enjoyed seeing something different. I'm gonna do a better job of breaking things up. I'm gonna do the wiring, but I'm gonna go back and forth between the wiring and cleaning this truck up a little bit more and going back and forth because I've heard from more than a couple of you kind of wore out of seeing me do like 2 things to this motor and then making a new video, doing 2 things and then making a new video. So I'll work on that. I understand exactly what y'all are saying because I get bored when people like do the same thing for 10 episodes. So I get it. Thank y'all for pointing that out, and I will work on making that better. But for today, we're done. We're gonna push this sucker in here so while it rains this week, I can still come out here, and as long as it doesn't flood, which that's a story for another day. As long as the garage doesn't flood, I can come out here after work during the quarantine. You like how I said that? After work during the quarantine, and work on the wiring harness and getting that straightened up and purdying that bay up. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.